Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Welcome you all again in the virtual learning system of Pakistan International School, Taif. Dear students, as you know that this is Pakistan International School, Taif, virtual class for class second year, and subject is computer science. Today is our seventh lecture and teacher name is Imran Ahmed. Dear students, before starting the new topics, we will take the feedback of our previous lecture, which was what is a process? Describe the 5 states of process with example. Definition of process. Again, I am repeating very important question. Anything under execution, any program, any execution, any process under execution is called process. A program under execution is known as process. There were 5 stages. There were 5 states of the process: new state, ready state, running state, and block state, terminated state as well. This was the diagram in order to understand that the previous topic. Today we will start the next question. What are the units of execution in programming? Differentiate between process and thread. First of all, we will explain the units of execution in programming are known as process, and both process and threads execute a set of instructions. So process and thread execute a set of instruction. Instruction means statements. Over here, instruction means statements. When we will start the C++ language, I tell you the very in detail what is an instruction. Over here, you will think that, you will assume that instruction is any kind of statement. It could be input statement, it could be output statement, it could be process statement. But process and thread execute a set of instruction. A process is a program. Under execution, a thread is a sequence of instruction with a process within a process. So process is a big program, and within a process, you can say that process is our program, and in our program, there are different statements. So statements is like a thread. Statement is like a thread. So a thread is a sequence of instruction. Actually, the definition of program is this: combination of different instruction makes a program. Combination of different instruction makes a program, or you can say that sequence of instruction makes a program. So program is a process over here, and the thread is a instruction over here. A thread is a sequence of instructions within a process that executed independently. Over here, executed independently means first one statement will be executed, then second statement will be executed, then third statement. So one by one they will be executed independently. So this one is known as thread. It is also known as lightweight process. So or sub process, you can call it also sub process. Means lightweight process means a program is a big program. So in program there are different instruction. So different instruction means lightweight process. A process consists of one or many threads. As I told you the definition, a program is the combination of different instructions. So I can say that over here a process is a program actually, and the threads are their statements. So a process consists of one or more threads. Now the second part of the question, differentiate between process and threads. Differentiate between process and threads. Process, excuse me. A process is a heavyweight entity, means it is very big. Thread is lightweight entity. Over here, the word entity is used What is an entity? This topic you already studied in first year database chapter. So over here, I will explain you very shortly. Entity is existence of anything is known as entity. Existence of anything is known as entity. Let's say I am entity, you are entity, laptop, table, chair. So each and everything which have existence is known as entity. So process is a heavyweight entity, thread is a lightweight entity. A process is a program in execution. Process is a program in execution. A thread is a subset of process. Subset of process is already you have the concept of subset in mathematics. So part of a set is known as subset. It has its own copy of the data segment of the parent process. It has direct access to the data segment of its processes. Any change in process does not affect their process. Any change in thread may affect the behavior of the threads. Processes run in separate memory spaces. Processes run in separate memory spaces. Let's say one program is present in D drive, one is present in C drive. So processes run in separate memory spaces. Threads run in shared memory spaces. In the network environment, it is talking shared. It is controlled by the operating system, which process is controlled by operating system, while thread, it is controlled by the program. Why it is controlled by the program? Because a thread is a subset of program. So we can say that it is controlled by the program. A process may continue running if a thread ends. It means that if all the statement will be executed, threads are finished, but the program is still remains the same. So we can say that a process may continue running if the threads end. So completion of threads end, but the process still running. All threads end when the relation process ends. So this was the differentiation between process and thread. Next, same topic. What is multi-threading? What is multi-threading? Give some example of multi-threading. Over here, the screen is dim. Let me check it, check the another book page. I think book is not over there. Okay, what is a multi-threading? Give some example of multi-threading. Multi-threading. At the above, we discussed the thread. Now over here, we will discuss the multi-threading. The process of execution multiple threads at the same time is known as multi-threading. It is an execution method of program that allows a single process to execute different threads simultaneously. Different threads simultaneously at a time, they will execute multiple threads. Multi-threading allows multiple threads to exit within a single process. These threads can be executed independently. The main purpose of multi-threading is to maximize CPU utilization. CPU utilization means you can say that CPU assign when the process, so CPU will not be free at a time. So this one is called the CPU utilization. By how CPU utilization? By executing different parts of a program at the same time. So all the time CPU will be busy. Example. Some example of multi-threading are as follows. A web browser can use one thread to display images and the second thread to retrieve data from the network. So when you are watching the YouTube, there you see you can say that there is data is text is also there, and one thread is like text, and another thread is like a video. A web server receives many requests for web pages, images, and sounds, etc. Web server. Web server is also a kind of computer. Let's say I'll give you the example of Facebook. All the boys, all ones are using nearly nowadays Facebook. So the actual website where it resides is known as web server. So web server receives many requests for the web pages, images. So you can check there in your Facebook account. Many images are there, many video clips are there, text are there, each and so their web server receive all of these things. How it will be manage this thing, web server? It uses multi-threading to handle different requests. So this one is the what is multi-threading? Give some example of multi-threading. Now, next question. Write note on the following. This one is the important question. Multitasking, multi-programming, multi-processing. First of all, we will explain the multitasking. What is a multitasking? Multitasking is the ability of an operating system to execute multiple tasks at the same time. At one time, it will execute multiple tasks on the computer with single CPU. Keep in mind, with a single CPU means only one computer. For example, the user can edit a text document while web page is being loaded in the browser. So this is known as multitasking. Let's say one program is open over here. I can also say that multitasking is this. I'm listening the music, or I'm listening to something else from my computer, and also I am doing the typing. So this one is known as multitasking. Second, multi-programming. In multi-programming, multiple programs are loaded in the memory and CPU execute one program at a time. Multi-program, yesterday we will discuss a lot about this topic when the ready state, actual state, and like this one, terminated state. So in multi-programming, multiple programs are loaded in the memory and CPU execute one program at a time. Multi-program means whatever there again I am giving the same example. Currently I am opening the two programs. One is Adobe Reader, another one is Zoom. So two programs are loaded in the single CPU. This one is known as multi-programming, and CPU is assigned to one by one to Zoom and the Adobe Reader. Their change of time is so short, so we can it look like both programs are executed simultaneously. Actually not. Actually, CPU assign the time slice to each and every program to be loaded. So one will be enter in the CPU, another will be out. So this one is processed in like a circle. The advantage of multi-programming is that it executes the program quickly. The time is not wasted in loading the program one by one. So time is not wasted one by one because CPU is allocated to each and every program within their fraction of second or within time slice. The drawback is that it requires more amount of memory to load multiple programs at the same time. Let's say two programs are currently open. I will open another program, browser, games, different programs. At the same time, you will see that your CPU will be hanging. CPU will be hang up. Why? Because you have only 4 GB of RAM, or someone have the 2 GB, someone have the 1 GB RAM in their system. So if you want to load the more programs in your computer at the same time, then you must have to increase the size of RAM. Next topic, same question, next topic, multiprocessing. Multiprocessing is the ability of an operating system to execute more than one process simultaneously. So multiprocess, so process are now many, like you can say that many programs are able to execute simultaneously. Then this one is called the multiprocessing. Multiprocessing is the ability of the operating system to execute more than one process simultaneously on multiprocessor machine. Multiprocessor, watch over here. Multiprocessor means when there are more than two processors are used in a single system. I told you yesterday on the mainframe computer or mini frame computer, they use the multiprocessing because in our computer, our PC, we use the this is microcomputer. This is microcomputer. So one single processor is installed in our computer, so we cannot perform the multiprocessing simultaneously on a multiprocessor machine. Multiprocessor machine means when a single PC have the more than one CPU, then this is called the multiprocessor machine. In this type of processing, two or more processes work together to execute the program at the same time. Not a single program, two or more than two processes work together to execute the program at the same time. Let's say two programs are executed currently. Let's say I will give you the example of same. One is Zoom and another one is Adobe Reader. So one CPU will access the Zoom and another CPU will access the Adobe Reader. So in this way, what happened? In this way, both the programs or both the processes will be executed simultaneously. It allows the system to perform more work in shorter period of time. Over here in the multi-programming, if a single PC is used, single CPU is used, then it will take the more time as compared to multiprocessing system. Why? Because over here, they use in the multi-programming, they use a single processor. When the processor are more than one, automatically they will divide different jobs among them and they will execute parallel and one by one. Okay. Two or more processes work together to execute the program at the same time. It allows the system to perform more tasks in a shorter period of time. Shorter period of time, let's say over here, if a CPU take the 4 seconds to execute the program, but in multiprocessing, because there are more than one processor, it will take 2 seconds to execute a program. So shorter period of time means as compared to multiprogramming, it will execute very shortly. It also increases the processing speed of a computer. Why not? Because we will denote our speed of a computer with the help of 2 or 3 things. One is processor. The major thing is processor speed. If I told you, you have the Pentium 4 computer and one boy have the Core i3, another boy have the Core i5 computer. So what happened? Whose processing speed will be better? Obviously, those who have the Core i7 processor, its execution speed will be better. Number one, the thing which increase the speed of a computer, processor. Also RAM. If the RAM of your computer is much better than as compared to lower one, let's say one boy have the 2 MB RAM, 2 GB RAM, another boy have the 4 GB RAM. So automatically 4 GB RAM laptop or computer or mobile will be execute programs fastly as compared to lower RAM. So this one is known as the multi-processing. Today we have discussed what are the units of execution in programming, differentiate between them. First of all, we explain the process definition, then thread definition, then we'll discuss the difference between process and thread. This one is the process features and this one are the thread features. Another question was, what is multi-threading? Give some example of multi-threading. So definition of multi-threading, then example of multi-threading. Last question, which we have discussed right now, write note on the following. First one, multitasking. Second, multi-programming. And third one is multi-processing. I hope you are preparing your lecture at your home. Please revise this course at your home for the next coming exam. Inshallah. See you tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Pray for me. Pray for all Muslim. See you tomorrow. Okay. Allah Hafiz.